Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. Again, apologize for not uploading this yesterday. Woke up 2 o'clock in the morning after falling asleep with the little one. I kept on sleeping until the morning because I had to get up early to go to work as well. So this week has been a pretty rough week with pretty much every day at the office. So it really left me very little time for recording videos. Let's get right into Eratos. From a kit perspective, we know she's a HP burner, and for her, the amount of damage she can take, each stage of the damage taken can't exceed a certain amount of self HP. So this allows her to be somewhat very tanky and can die to single one shots. All right, so there's quite a few different. So this gives her kind of some ability in a PvP situation. So she can't die from things like Mechio, for example, right? Because Mechio is 3 hits. You really need to, if you want to kill her first turn, you really need to multi-hit. But if we really think about it, if the rest of your team is dead, how are you supposed to kill people with Erato anyways? So, it doesn't really make too much sense from that perspective. So you can't expect her to pull off miracles. What we will know is she will be able to do a lot of HP burn damage, and she can definitely help to be a boss killer from that perspective. So with that kind of out of the way, let's kind of focus on her kit little by little. Basic attack, very straightforward. Deals HP burn by 10% of her max HP, and then inflict 1 layer of HP burn for 2 turns. So immediately this is already pretty good because 10% of her max HP as HP burn damage means she can scale fully of her fully scales off her own HP, right, and mastery. And then, of course, leaving HP burn dot, which is great. Burst notes. 5 stage of damage to the enemy. Each deals HP burn damage by 4%. And it will also inflict severe wounds. Aha! So Eratos will definitely work well for the Purgatory Sins, helping the HP burn faction push it a little bit further. Well, for that particular boss, push it a bit further, right? And what's really nice is this is part of E0, so you can use her right away at E0. Any HP under 30% for the first time, she will cleanse all control effect from self and cast pursue the enemy once. So very helpful. Is a very good finisher. So if you somehow manage to knock any enemy under 30% HP, basically pursue attacks, so you're doing 2% of her damage as HP burn damage, and get 1 layer of HP burn onto that enemy. If the ally HP loss reaches 20% because taking enemy single stage, will cast a burst note to counterattack once. This can only be triggered once per every turn. So if any of the ally, get to 20% because of taking a single stage. Okay, so single stage, get knocked below 20%, any of the stage, she will be able to trigger that. Of course, the damage increases more from that. It works as well. Yeah. So here, hitting the same target twice or more than twice. Translation just reads funny. It shouldn't just say same target twice or more. Anyways, we know it's a Chinese company that uses probably Google Translate. Let's keep going. Invalidates counterattack that uses basic attack regarding Erato as a main target. Okay, so people theorize that you can use her as a great counter to Atkins, and I'm like, no, because she's not going to be the highest attack on the team. If she's not going to be the highest attack on the team, Atkins is not going to target her. So, and you wouldn't want to build her with a whole bunch of attack anyways, right? Magical sound for any of these conditions. So, whenever enemy loses 25% of HP under HP burn target. So every time when everybody attacks this enemy, they're gonna get magical sound. 1 layer of magical sound on the enemy. Each layer will reduce the mastery. Up to 6 layers can be owned. Okay, so magical sound. So 60% reduction to mastery resistance. This is going to be interesting because if the enemy has negative mastery resistance, does that just mean we do more damage, or like innate that mastery resistance will go down? I mean, we'll have to see how that works because each layer magical sound. Okay. The skill effect will be then changed to grant self 1 layer of... Okay, what? Wait. Okay, when Erato inflicts magic sound on targets, this skill effect will be changed to grant self 1 layer of rich harmony. Each layer of rich harmony will increase damage dealt by burst notes by 2.5%. Up to 50 layers can be owned. So this is burst notes. Burst notes is on 3-turn cooldown. It's going to be on 2-turn cooldown. Wow, 2-turn cooldown. And she's just going to keep on stacking up rich harmony. Okay. Finally, the last skill is grant all allies resolute, so more skill damage. So skill damage is going to definitely increase burst note damage because it's all HP. It's max HP scaling, but it's HP burn. So it's like ignoring defense. So that's really good. And inflict a layer of HP burning on all enemies for 2 turns. Afterwards, deal 5 stages. Okay, 5 stages of 2.8. So it's about 14%. Okay, that's fine. So she's going to be able to do HP burn, leave a layer of HP burn on the enemy, not her burst note, her basic will, and her ultimate will. So let's look at some of the exclusives. So starting with exclusive 1, becomes the main target, will inflict 1 layer of magic sound on them. And the cap of rich harmony is increased to 1 layer. But here's the thing, right? Okay, so main target of basic skills and active skills. Okay, so this is the really nice part at exclusive 1. So exclusive 1 allow you to stack way faster. So, for example, you're not stacking before from pursuit auto attacks, right? Now you are. So that allows like things like, not saying that you will want to use Des and Bethany with her, but things like that could really help you stack up super fast for Eratos. And of course, you no longer require that HP burn on the target. So if your allies are attacking first, right, they could be stacking it up before she moves. She right now on 0 stacks, sorry, on 0 without exclusive, you're only able to stack this under HP burning, and you need 6 layers on the target before. With exclusive 1, she's going to be able to do this. Okay, on exclusive 2. Exclusive 2, all allies get 15% extra HP at the beginning of the waves. Grant all allies Melodous Tweety, lasting for 2 turns. In the duration, each stage of damage take cannot be exceeding 24% of the owner's max HP. When the duration of it ends, reduce all enemy. Oh my god, E2 is broken. E2 effectively, okay? E2 effectively stops all the burst turn 1 shenanigans from things like Mekio. Mekio is a 3 hit, and you're just simply not going to be able to kill the enemy. On the other hand, Nita shenanigans will continue, but that's 3 hits. You got some dot triggers, was a little bit, tiny little bit of damage. But man, this is like each stage of the damage by the owner cannot be more than 24% of the owner's max HP. This is, I don't know if people realize this. This is so broken. This effectively makes like non-squishy teams very difficult to cleave. Additionally, invalidate counterattacks that use basic regarding an ally of Eratos as the main target. This can only be triggered twice, and the chance to trigger will be reset at the beginning of Eratos' turns. There you go. Okay, so not only is she going to make sure that you can't be nuked, you can't kill the team now. If, yeah, like Atkins, like, it just makes any team with Erato on it really hard to kill. Let's just leave it at that, right? Like, E2 is very broken from that perspective. Like, E2 is such a PvP. Such a PvP exclusive. Okay, exclusive 3. It's not part of basic, but it's part of... okay, Burst Note and Party Sonata. If there's fewer than 5 enemy, for every 1 absent enemy, reduce the cooldown by 1. Okay, so on boss stages, that means Party Sonata is has a cooldown of 1, right? Reset all enemies' chance to trigger. This first of all, let's talk about the first part. Okay, so originally, immediately this is the damage is going to be increased to bosses. It's going to ignore shield on damage immunity on enemies excluding bosses. If there are fewer than 5 enemies, reduce it for every absent enemy. Reduce by yeah, like that. So bosses means this is just up all the time, right? And if Rich Harmony is more than 20 stacks, immediately pursue enemy who have not triggered the Burst Note. So, okay, so Burst Note allows you to pursue attack from it. And reset all enemy chance to trigger pursuit attack effect. So basically, we're talking about some shenanigans where she's going to be pursued attacking a lot. Okay, so I think the key thing people are probably wondering about is, I think without a doubt she's going to be a boss killer. Okay, she's going to be able to spam her 2 skills like nonstop. And just thinking about her kit in terms of, which one's going to do more damage. Burst Note is... Burst Note, you want to cast Burst Note, and then you want to cast Party Sonata. Because Party Sonata is 5 stages of 2.8, but you get an HP burn on the target. This one is you get like 5 times 4, and you get the severe wound, and yeah. So I think, yeah. So it's gonna be alternating between Burst Note and this one. So yeah. So and this is gonna be like on 0 cooldown. So prioritize this one into that, alternating on bosses, and it will be just ridiculous damage. Okay, let's talk about our PvP potential. I think just, skill 2 alone is already going to be some BS. Here, let's just put in a super squishy team with Eratos, and let's see how we're going to show how that actually works, right? So we'll put in Eratos. Where's Eratos? Okay, we got Eratos. Okay, and on your team, we're going to put like Mechio. We're gonna put a bunny, and we're going to put like let's put a big jack here. Where's my... There we go. Okay, Pumpkin Singer. Okay, we're gonna battle it out. I'm on my team. I'm just gonna give it the stats that I have. Okay, but on the enemy. So on the enemy, you see how they have such a tiny amount of HP, right? Okay, now if this works the way I think it's gonna work, we're not gonna kill shit. Shit. And I got counterattacked. Okay, because she was able to because her allies, okay, got knocked below a certain amount. So you can take the squishiest team with her on it, will prevent death. Okay, that's the power of exclusive 2. Okay, so you kind of know what exclusive 2 does now. Let's talk about exclusive 3. Is going to be a bit hard to show because that just simply you need to fight against bosses, like just from raw damage potential perspective. So maybe not worth it to show it from this perspective, but you can go try yourself. I put similar stats of Eratos and I compare that to Jingle Bell and also to DMU Indra setup. And I was finding that Eratos almost kept up with them. Now, Jingle Bell has no I don't think Jingle Bell has any mechanics. Okay, let's line up. I'm pretty sure Jingle Bell, like we bring Jingle Bell and let's just look at her kit, right? I don't think there's anything in Jingle Bell's kit that says, hey, you do extra damage to bosses. Okay, nothing here. I don't think anything here says, when fighting against bosses, your damage is going to be increased. But this girl, okay, burst notes, okay, each stage deals 1 additional stage and extra stage damage increased to 100% of the original damage to the boss. So just so that we can count properly, we're going to put her on our team. Okay, we're going to put her on our team and just count how many times she hits. Okay, pretty sure shoot. Line up quickly. Line up. Put the auto away. Okay. Let's just give her enough stats so that she goes first. Okay. Let's just count how many times she actually uses it. Okay. Burst note. Pretty sure at exclusive 3 should hit 10 times, right? So slow-mo. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you can see everything had a secondary hit. Okay? So every single one of these, 1 additional stage. Now it's doing double the damage to boss. So basically she is doing this times 2 when there's a boss. And normally it does, a 35% extra. The extra damage ignores all of this extra stuff. Okay, let's test the other part, which is if the enemy does not have a full lineup. Does that mean I'm just going to give Nita. Nita is great because Nita is going to not take any HP burn damage. But what I want to see is now that the enemy, there's only one of them, right? In theory, what should happen is, yeah, you can see I can spam the last skill indefinitely just because there's no HP burn. I mean, sorry, there is no enemy on the There's only one enemy left on the team, right? So this cooldown will actually become 1 at exclusive 3. So you can literally spam this thing. But I do believe exclusive skill 2 will do more damage. This just allows you to, like, if you ever need to run into a situation where you need to do a lot of AoE, this is probably what you need to do. Oh, the falling will be triggered when casting. Wait, hang on. Hold on. Something's not, okay, hold on. Line up. Just realized something here. If she can get to 20 stacks, doesn't that mean she can just spam that and get the pursuit on? Okay, that's 2 layers of rich harmony, right? This is the rich harmony icon, right? Yeah. Okay, let's quickly find a way to get rich harmony up to max. Okay. Here, I'm gonna just change the lineup a little bit here. Here, we're gonna just heal ourselves here. Probably run something like Bunny. No, we'll run here, I'll run Guhana. I will run Anita as well on my side, just so that, you know, we can quickly stack up without worrying about stuff. Let's just give everyone max HP. Max HP. The enemy also has max HP. We're not going to be killing each other. I'm just going to max the speed on my side so we can sort of start with current settings. So I can quickly stack it up, and just to show you guys what that actually means. Okay, so you can see that when now you see the enemy has six layers of that thingy, right? So we can now start to stack rich harmony from everyone's auto attacks and pursuit attacks. Okay, as soon as she hits 20, we're going to stop. 20 or more. Yeah, okay. So now you can see that. Look at that spam. Look at that spam. Look at that spam. Okay. She is spamming this thing. Okay, she spams this thing, and it triggers the pursuit attacks nonstop. So if you're facing up against a boss, like she's gonna be doing so much damage, right? She's gonna cast this and cast this on bosses. So you can spam alternate, and then once you get to a certain, once you cast this enough times, you can just spam this. So if you're wondering like how you do that, is you can do, you know, the auto setup where you set a maximum number of times you'll cast this. Like you'll cast skill 2, like say, I don't know, 10 times, right? And then from there onward, all you need to do is just cast the last skill, and that will auto trigger this on bosses. So yeah, that's insane concept there. Right? Because here, like even if, like, it's going to reset all of the chances to trigger, right? So that means if the boss is not moving, you're still spamming both skills all at once. Like, that's just such an absurd amount of damage that I can't comprehend. Like, we're about to see some really, really crazy numbers from her. Like, I can't test it on a boss because I'm not going to have her E3, but, and as you know, I switched over to a new account and I haven't saved up, I mean, to get her to E3, it's going to break my bank. But for content creator that that you can find E3 on, or I'm going to try to contact a friend and see if I can, you know, showcase what E3 looks like, it's going to be some crazy absurd number. So with that, you know, if you're wondering, you know, should you get Eratos or not, I would just say she is going to be the new boss killer. Okay. In fact, unless they can't take, unless it's Ifrit, right? Ifrit is going to, and it ignores damage excluding bosses. So Nita can be killed, right? But for bosses, as long as they can take HP burn damage, she's gonna be able to kill everything. So word from me, right? Remember in the latest patch, they're like, hey, for stage 36 and higher, they remove the for example here, right? Like there was a dungeon effect here that says reduce HP burn damage. They removed that. Why? Because Eratos is coming. Eratos is gonna shred every single boss up to stage 40. Mark my word. Mark my word. A single Eratos will shred every single boss. That's my prediction. We'll see that in the coming weeks, and people are going to be like speed running everything like crazy. You know how today when we look at Purgatory of Seven Sins and you look at the ranking, Love Actually maybe haven't done his yet, but like Klee, 5.6. I'm going to bet we're going to see a lot more people over 6.4. I swear. The damage is just absurd. What you just need to do is stack her up with a lot of joint pursuit attacks. So think about putting in like a Ben Austin, Dez together with Bethany, like where you're just triggering non-stop attacks to get the stacks up. And then she's going to be spamming that thing like crazy. So imagine taking out Jingle Bell, put Jingle Bell on the other team, put Ben Austin here or something, and then you put her in. And it will be just like a crazy, crazy amount of pursuit attack, getting that stack up. And she was going to be spamming that thing like crazy. And we'll see some crazy, absurd numbers. This last team probably will still stay the same, hitting over like 3 bill from this team. So 3 bill from that team, 3 bill from here. And then Jingle Bell probably then, maybe a last team can probably get close to another bill, maybe, because we don't have another team that's really solid right now. But yeah, Eratos definitely is going to be seeing a lot of play, being the new boss killer. So yeah, but do you really need, and of course, one more, and on the PvP side, how could I not forget? Like, she's going to make one team survive so much BS without being tanky. Like, she's going to take your squishy team and make them require multi-hits to kill. Right? Okay, so with that out of the way, I wish you a great rest of your day. And another broken hero is about to change the meta. Maybe not the tank meta, because the tank meta... Oh, you know what? Yeah. You know how today we have... Oh, thank goodness it's going to wear off. Yeah. It just means... I think what this does is it stops the shenanigans at E2, right? E2, thank goodness, it doesn't last forever. This only lasts 2 turns, right? It only lasts 2 turns. So it means your team can effectively be nuked. But after 2 turns, so those slow tanky teams will still, take care of business for you. But having her on one of those super tanky teams is a big win. You get 15% HP. The enemy's max HP is reduced by 15%. Plus, you don't have to worry about getting like one-shot nuked or something, just in case you're missing some stats. So yeah, there you have it. Crazy hero, limited, really strong. Just when I was like saying about Miracle Summon, like we saw Freud, we saw Atkins, super strong. This new generation of limited heroes just more and more broken. I mean, everything's getting power crept. The good thing for new players is, like, as a new player, like, you can start enjoying these super OP heroes from the start. You don't even have to look at any of the older heroes. It also does invalidate a lot of the older heroes, in a sense. So that's why, you should follow me as a content creator, because I try to stay up to date. And if you see any guides from, 6 months ago, a year ago, you might want to, just check what's the most recent information out there, because they could be very much out of date with the pace the game is changing. So with that, I wish you guys a great rest of your day. And again, sorry, wish I got this out yesterday, but better late than never. Okay, take care, everyone. Gandalf out.